We'll do a quick read and then I'll take a shower. Some of you guys are breaking free from somebody that you found something out about. Some of you guys are breaking free and just going your own way. Some of you guys actually have possibly started getting a better relationship with your mother. For a long time, you were using your discernment. You could have been in a relationship with somebody who took you away from your family, isolated you, kept you to yourself. You were lost for a little while. You could have moved to a place that was at a distance away from the people that you were familiar with. You do have deceitful family members here. Your discernment that you weren't paying attention to is the lover that you chose to go with. I do believe that maybe you were fighting with your loved ones at one time, and so at a low vibration, you met somebody else, and you thought that it would be better for you. You thought that this person understood you. You felt like they cared about you. They made you feel like they were listening and that they were there for you when your family was letting you down. And you found out in the end that you had just manifested, honestly, somebody even worse than the people that you were running from. This person started fights with you and stuff after a small period of time. They started to reveal their true colors. For some of you, you started to just carry all this extra weight and realize that this person's plans that they made with you never were coming into fruition. There is judgment here. You started to judge this person. You started to question this person. Chariot in the reverse, you just noticed that nothing was taking off. You started to feel distance between you two. You wanted to keep your distance also from the people that you were fighting with in your family. So you stayed here a little bit longer. You have financial manipulation here. Again, yeah, lovers. This person was cheating on you too. And they were like actually like lying to you. They were like, oh yeah, if you come over here, we have this house, you know, if you come stay with me, whatever they said, you just found out that it was honestly not what you wanted either. Since these events happened, you started to grow as an individual. You realized that you came from a place where you weren't getting along with your family, you weren't getting along with your lovers, and you also just realized that you really just didn't want to submit to any of those ways. You have the Emperor here, and that's because I feel like you guys are very strong people, and you can see right through people very easily. The discernment in the reverse to me just shows somebody who wanted to offer love to anybody who deserved it. And you found that love is very special and you should treasure it. You went through an energy shift after all these relationships went south. You didn't like how they kept throwing you to the wolves and hoping that you would come back and figure everything out again. It was like you felt like they were just like enjoying that. They were enjoying watching you struggle. Sometimes you felt like even during meetings like family holidays, or even while you were just in conversation with your lover or friends, sometimes they would praise other people and tell them good job, but they weren't telling you that. You wanted to feel good job too. You were hungry for that. You were hungry for people to acknowledge you, to know who you were really as a person. So you took a leap of faith on your own as an individual in a different direction. There you found sun. You found happiness. You found self-love. King of Cups. Yeah, you've really grown so much since all of these setbacks. You've learned how to focus. And although this person came closer to you than anyone, you still realize that they weren't close to you now, who you are now. They were close to you when you were struggling, when you were going through your hard times. And they really didn't help you do much to get out of that situation. You have the Ten of Cups coming, you have true love. Get your taxes and everything in order, make sure those are all up to date. And right now, you're going to be redirected to a new leader, to a new lover. You will start to follow a path of a new person now. And the people from your past will start to see you leaving them behind. They can already feel it. Some of you guys have been having some problems with some people lately that are from your past and you're not sure why. And it's because they're getting upset that whatever their plans were with you didn't get led to victory. It's really normal for you to hear from people from the past when you're heading out the door. But you don't got to worry about them holding you back anymore because you've actually surrendered to your higher power over this period of time. You've started to stop worrying about being what other people want you to be. Stopped worrying about how you were dressing. You just stopped worrying about everything that other people were worried about. You never really cared in the first place. The only reason that you even seem to connect so much and stay at such a strong level is because you're coming up with water sign energy. And you don't have to be a water sign to have that kind of energy, but basically you have a heart attachment to these people. Right now, your duties are done. Your duty is probably going to be you're being called into service. So your duty can more than likely be an experience of where maybe you could help people that thought maybe leaving home and going to be with a lover or your experience to me on this thing here is just that you've had back-to-back relationships over and over really sour. You did a lot of sour ass relationships. And I feel like God always has us go through something specific because that's going to be our life purpose. And so I feel like if there was a weakness or a strength here in your guys' read, it would be that your families have just been crappy to you. And sometimes you're tickling me. I thought it was a spider. Come here. You're so cute. I love you. I love you. Um, maybe to just teach young people that were your age when you met this person, that people that can promise you love could be, they could be narcissistic groomer type of people too. I feel like you got groomed in a way. Grooming is the word that abusers get. We use those for abusers because a groomer basically finds people in the moment of sadness. Like it's a fact that if you are going through a hard time and you're feeling alone and that an abuser actually pays attention to people who are sad and in that moment and they target you. You seem like you're an abuser's target. That's what I'm picking up here. You seem like your weaknesses is that abusers can see that you are weak in the moment and that's why you get targeted. And so maybe you should start studying up on how, because I feel like you get approached by people that take advantage of you over and over and over. Like you have a total advantage taking vibe coming out as read. And I feel like if you could get better at learning the skills to understand like that little window period right here, whenever you're here and things are going fine, and then you get in a big fight with somebody, and then you're here, these groomers over here are always watching for you to be here because you're very vulnerable here. And so that's when these people walk in and they're like, hey, how are you doing? Can I offer you a hand? And you not having anybody in your life that really you love or loves you, you're like, that's so sweet. Thank you for being there for me. And then you end up realizing these people are fucking worse than the last one. So that's what I think your message is here is that you're such a beautiful person with a great heart who wants to love so much, but your skills to be able to know, at what points in our emotions do certain people enter. One of the worst things I think we can do is start a new relationship while we're in pain for that reason right there. I do see the seven of wands down there too, and that's alluring to a house card for me. And I do see financial manipulation in there. And so for some of you guys, you could have even been in a situation where you did buy a house with somebody or you ended up in a contract with somebody. And we see that they are in and out of your relationship, not being faithful, possibly in another relationship completely. Um, yeah. And I also just feel like with that house, they could have actually, and dude, faster and too far. For some of you guys, you could have actually been taken advantage of. And that could be what your life purpose is that you went through something like that. And I am sorry if that happened to you. You're you're a very, very, very smart person. You carry a lot of these feelings on your soul. You have the King of Swords here. For some of you, you actually did have an experience like that in your younger years, and you've never actually been able to manifest, something healthy into your future. It weighs on your mind a lot. You do have a new person coming into your life, though. It's coming up as the King of Swords, and I do think that they'll protect you. Yeah, you're learning to find balance. You guys are about to have the Ten of Pentacles together, and you have the Queen of Wands, and he's the King of Swords. So either way, there's a lot of good things here coming into your future. The only thing that I see here is like, are you healed? And it says that you are present. You're ready to move forward from these events. You're ready to accept the events that have happened. But here we have Nine of Wands in the reverse. So it's like on this one right here, the faster too far. Some of you guys need to go into therapy or counseling. You struggle a lot with some abuse that somebody was responsible for in the past. You may not have even told people about this. Little trickster in the reverse on Seven of Wands. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure. That's good. Good. So your new person's good. Old person you already discovered. I don't know what to say. The new person seems good, but they're not divine. And you will end up getting bored with them. Says you did not wake up today to be mediocre. So what this person is going to be is a catalyst to you to up your self-esteem more. You do have fear here on I am present. I think you fear that it's not exactly what you want still. And that's good. Because in the past you were like, oh, you were falling for people that were manipulating you. You do have soul satisfaction. You want a family. You want a life where you can here's messages. Somebody might try to message you and play you, and it says that you're going to figure them out. Yeah, you guys have the Ace of Cups here coming in. You're going to actually pass up a few lovers on the way, and you're going to learn how to just be less graceful about the whole damn thing. You're going to be like, no, get away from me. You're not divine. You don't have to be all sweet about it when you turn people down. Yeah, let love be your guide in the reverse on this person that's mediocre. I don't think I have to tell you that. You're already smart. This person and you are on different paths right now. You're somebody who's working on your money, building your money. You're somebody who's working on building your self-esteem. All is at your fingertips. Whoever you pick, I think will be good for you. Watch out for manipulative seduction. Somebody's a fake. They dress in fake clothes to make themselves look more successful than they are. I want you. Yeah, they just want you physically, but they'll stab you in the back. They will emotionally blackmail you. So your test is straight that you date abusive people. I mean, the cards are straight saying that. Your weakness in this read is your addiction to abusive lovers. Abuse can be verbal, physical, emotional, and spiritual. I see that for some of you, you guys have actually learned the last two, three people have been exactly that abusive. And you're like, what the fudge biscuit? You're like, holy macadizzle, I'm a victim of DV, I'm a victim of assault, I'm a victim of whatever the heck, and it hit you, and you're like, I've been minimizing this shit. I've been actually surrounded by this my whole life, and I've never known how to be respected. So that's what you've had an epiphany of. You've actually found a few people that were like, yeah, that's actually abuse. And you're like, really? You're like, I didn't even fucking consider it that because I've been nothing but abused my whole life. And so I guess I was comparing it, you might say. I have been literally comparing abusive relationships back to back. And you're like, now I know it's all just abuse. You like started to realize like that's abuse, that's abuse, that's abuse, and that from that, you've been able to just see shit. You've been able to see people. You've been able to work on your money. You've been becoming 5D. You are dreaming big now. You are the magician here. You realize, bro, that you are here for a purpose. Facts, dude. Your purpose is to definitely help other people through domestic violence. That's what I feel like this read is here for. Domestic partnerships, domestic family partnerships, it doesn't matter. Your family has been surrounded by nothing but abusive, like fucking annoying, fighting people all the time, and then it went into your lover life. And then people like to claim, oh, you should get better, you should do this, you should do this. And most of the time, it's coming from the same people that trained and abused you from your youth. And you're like, okay, you just started to realize everything. So that was cool. I love you. I'm gonna take a shower and I'll see you soon.